Alrighty guys, so I am going to play a few holes for you and I'm going to talk through every single one of my golf shots as to what I'm thinking, why I'm hitting the shot that I'm hitting, how I would typically teach a player of mine to play on the golf course. So theoretically, what we're going to do is I'm going to play, I'm going to record myself, and you're just going to be able to sit in and listen to everything I get to say about the shot that I've got coming up. So the first thing we've got here is we're starting off with a little par 3 and slightly into the wind. I'm feeling at least a club of wind here. I'm just going to rangey my distance, 138, playing 140. Yes, I am cheating. I have the slope on my rangefinder for today's purpose. So 138, playing 140, that's meters. I'm going to be talking meters. I don't do yards. But 138 meters playing 140 into a little bit of wind. So my 7-iron goes about 151, 152 meters stock. So I think it's a perfect 7-iron. All right, so always put a ball on a tee for any type of shot on a tee block. Okay, a couple of little practice swings and I'm basically going straight at this flag. The flag's right in the middle, front flag. Let's go straight at this. I'm just gonna play a stock 7-iron. 151, the wind should hit it just enough to get me there. It's pretty good, drifting a little on the wind, should get there. Front edge, might just be on, might be chipping a little bit, but first shot of the day. So pretty good golf shot here, left myself with, let's pace it out. Not sure if you do that, but I pace putts out 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, about 30 feet. Looks like the putt needs to be up here at about the last 4 or 5 feet. Yep, so slightly uphill, slightly down at the end. Going to put this about 2 feet up the left-hand side of the cup there. So I've got this about 2 foot outside the left. It's going to break the most when it gets to about 8 foot to go. And start breaking. All right, so it didn't break as much as I thought. It broke pretty much past the hole. So just gonna tap this one in late in the day, not an easy one. A lot of spike marks around at this time of day. Right center, nice and confident. I don't particularly like practice strokes this close. I feel like my stroke's good enough and I'm definitely not gonna get the speed wrong here. There we go, broke a little bit, but 3 on this hole is pretty good. All right, so second hole that I'm playing, tough par 4 this, tough par 4. If you drive it and play, really easy. It's quite daunting as you look at it. So the trees on the left, there's way more room than you think on the left-hand side here. But what I wanna do with my rangefinder is I want to basically just zoom as far right as I can. There's like a stick tree in the distance that's 263, and that's past all the right bunkers. Now, a lot of people here would play iron for safety. Again, I want to take those bunkers out of play. So theoretically, this wind, similar to the par 3 I just played, is into and off the right. So everything I do is going to push the ball to the left. So I can really free rein this right center of the fairway and I'll be in a good spot. Now, I've come over to the right-hand side of the tee block here for a reason, because if I go to the left-hand side, it really feels like I have to aim way too far to the right, which is going to force my brain and my body to essentially hook the golf ball in this case. So I've come so far over to the right-hand side so that I basically feel like I can just hit a straight ball and let that wind do the work. Little low on the face, but that's absolutely perfect. Mayor Quimby's office. Alrighty, so perfect drive here, middle of the fairway, no trouble at all. Let's laser this flag. 121, so 120 playing 121. Again, wind. Because this hole dog-legged a little to the right, the wind's not exactly the same. It's a little bit more across. It's still into, but it's a little bit more across than into. So 121, I think a 125 shot is going to be perfect. So for me, a 125 shot is between a pitching wedge and a 9-iron. So pitching wedge for me goes about 119, 120, and a 9-iron for me goes about 132. Now, I've got 9-iron here. I'm gonna play just a punch 9-iron, just a slightly back-footed 9-iron, 3/4 shot. I'm gonna keep it out of the wind that's up there, and this should be a perfect number. So as long as I strike this shot okay, basically this is going to be the perfect number. 125, little three-quarter shot. I'm gonna aim a fraction right of this hole, given the fact that the wind is going this way. And there's my miss hit. So that's my miss. Block it out to the right. So not a great one there. Not too happy with that, but I reckon it's close enough to the green. I'll have a putt, but not really a birdie opportunity here. So not the greatest of strikes here. It's left me with this awkward little, putt through the fringe, which I'm sure a lot of you battle with. How hard do we hit these shots? Well, this is pretty tight. It's a little grainy. I can do this because we're just practicing here today, but if I do that, there's a lot of grain there, so chipping might become a little bit difficult. I think it's just so much easier to putt it. It's pretty, it's pretty tightly cut, so this isn't going to affect it as much as you think, but fairly simple here, I think. I don't think this is too troublesome. A little bit of left to right. I'm looking to get this within about 2 or 3 feet. So the one thing I want to do here is just commit to the speed that I'm moving the putter. Don't slow the putter down. That's when you get scared. Keep the speed up. That rolled through that perfectly. Sitting. Wow. Okay. All right, so that was not what we wanted. These greens are a lot faster than what I thought. Pretty straight putt here, I think. Little spike mark here. Should tap that down. So par putt, probably a little bit too, a lot further than I thought. I'll do a practice putt for this one. Fairly straight putt here. Oh yeah. Okay, shocking hole. Shocking hole, Ryan. We'll tap in a 5. Terrible iron shot that caused all of that. All right, so pretty much, following on from that hole that I just played there, obviously one iron shot cost me, didn't put me in a very good position. So, 3-putt bogey, essentially. Yes, it's off the green, doesn't count as a stat, but 3-putt bogey. Par 5 here that's just free to hit. Now, a lot of golfers after a little 3-putt bogey just like that would be getting on this tee, they'd be steaming, they'd want to just smash this ball. To me, I'm not fussed by that. It doesn't matter. It's just golf. Okay, it's not going to be my last ever bogey. I'm going to have another soft bogey eventually in my life, so move on. All we're going to do here is make the best swing we can. So just up the right-hand side there, pretty much right center of the fairway. Nice, comfortable shot. Nice shot, not great, not flush. A little bit low in the face, but hey, the job's been done, hit the fairway, let's move on. Alrighty, so middle of the fairway, thankfully. Wasn't a great strike, but you know what, I'm here, I'm not in trouble. 216 meters, so I'll say that again. 216 meters, playing 219 meters. Wind is straight into. The previous hole it was off the right and the other hole's going that way. So basically this is straight into. So it's too much for my 3-iron. I'm gonna have to hit 3-wood and basically just try and hit a solid shot, get it somewhere up there. So my 3-wood is typically 230 carry. Now, with this hole here, we have 2 bunkers up the right-hand side. It's a little bit of a skinny green when you get up there. So what I want to do is actually, if I'm going to miss this, I need to miss it a little bit more on the left-hand side. That's going to leave me a fairly simple chip if I miss. Now, the reality of missing with a 3-wood is very high. So I need to factor that in. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to center my shot pattern basically at the left edge of the green. So I'm allowing for that little push that you saw on the previous hole. Hopefully I can actually push it on target, but basically straight at the left edge of the green. Nah. Swing's obviously feeling very shite today, but I've missed it in the right spot. It was a terrible strike, very low, but it's actually missed it. I've actually missed it in the perfect spot. See if we can make a chip and a putt. So actually, when you come up to this green, you actually realize that that flag is so far in the back and it's like 7 paces across. Like you can't get to that flag. So, I mean, like I said, I've left myself in basically one of the better spots. I wouldn't want to miss it on the right-hand side. This is still a very difficult chip shot considering where the flag is. But ultimately, I mean, I've only got grass in front of me. I can choose to go high, I can choose to go low. So what I'm going to do, this looks to me like a fairly simple, nice little flighted 60-degree wedge that lands just on and trickles out. So let's see if we can give that a go. So basically just want to land it right about here. I think would be a really good spot to land this ball. I think that's going to just release out nicely. Oh. Bit of an unlucky kick, but I mean pretty good considering I had to fly it pretty much the entire way there. All right, so not a bad chip, not a bad chip. So this putt, no break, basically dead straight. Just need to obviously have a decent putting stroke and start the ball on line. Want to get that birdie so I can get that bogey back from the last hole. Now, again, I don't really take practice swings from here. Speed's not going to be the issue. It's more start line. Beautiful. So, played that one pretty well. So there you go, guys. There was 3 holes of me playing par 3, par 4, par 5. You got to see a couple of different shots, some good ones, some bad ones. But ultimately you saw how I was getting around the golf course, what I'm thinking about, etc. Now, what I want you to do, comment below. If you want me to do a full 9-hole vlog, essentially I can do a course vlog. I'll find the time to get out, do 9 holes for you, score, talk you through all the shots as I'm doing here. This was just 3 holes, but if you really want some more content, message me below or comment below and let me know if you want to see more of this. And also let me know what other videos you want to see. Thanks for watching.